Roar. That's a thing lions say. And today we're talking about more lion movies. They uh they have manes, they hang out in prides, and they also love to be friends with warthogs. And if I know one thing about warthogs, it's they love to fart. Logan, did you do the fart count?
Nope, I forgot.
Oh my god, he forgot.
Was it even that much?
I was looking forward to it. It
There's like
wasn't
one
that,
prominent one where
but
they
it
all
was
bow.
incredibly important to the plot of the film. I'll
Right.
never be able to watch The Lion King the same way again. When I go back and watch that original, I'm gonna be like, that was caused by a fart.
I gotta be honest. You watched 2019 before one and a half. That isn't that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
See, I watched them in the right order. So when I got to 2019, I thought about one and a half. I was like, oh, Timon and Pumbaa just did that. Pumbaa just farted. Now they're all bowing. I thought about live action Seth Rogen Pumbaa farting. So that
Yeah.
was a fun experience for me. That was real great.
I wonder if Seth Rogen is a gassy man.
Oh, you kidding me? Gotta be.
I don't know, man. He seems to eat well. He does pottery.
He's a
He
pothead. Do you just
I don't remember
fart a lot when you're a
smoking
pothead?
weed making me fart much. I mean,
Yeah, I
it does
guess
give you the munchies and you eat some gross shit.
maybe
So
eat some
then you
gaseous
do.
foods,
Yeah, yeah,
possibly
yeah. That
some
that could be.
beans. I don't think
Oh
munchies
yeah.
make you want to
That
eat the
yeah,
beans.
no, but potheads are constantly just
More
eating
Sour Patch Kids or
beans from
something
a
like that.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, chips.
chips.
I never ate more chips in my life than when I was smoking a lot of weed.
No, yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seth Rogen got that pottery business going on. He makes a lot of like ashtrays. I see. He does make a lot of like weed stuff, weed pottery. It's pretty cool.
I was invited by an ex-girlfriend's dad to a fundraiser once where that had an auction, and Seth Rogen was there and he contributed some pottery.
You saw Seth Rogen.
Yes, I took a picture of him. You could see in the picture him noticing me taking the picture and not looking happy about it.
Oh, he's a famous person. What do you expect?
I know, but it was like I was trying to
Maybe
be
that's just you.
surreptitious outside.
Maybe you're projecting that onto him. I
I
don't.
could
Maybe
be. I could be. I hate taking pictures of celebrities. I always feel weird about it.
I don't meet him, so it doesn't really happen to me.
Yeah.
Maybe one day
I live in
when I'm
Vegas
famous
now, so
myself.
I really only see porn stars and reality stars.
Right, the girl
Yeah.
from the circle.
The girl from the circle, uh
After being that
Penelope
porn star.
K.
Yep, Penelope K. Exactly.
Yeah.
That football player.
Football. No, it was a basketball player.
Oh yeah, the basketball player.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. I'm Daniel.
Oh yeah,
I don't
and I'm
know if you knew
Logan.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a last name too. It's pretty Jewy. He's got a last name, a middle initial sometimes.
I actually got rid of it this week.
No middle initial.
I was feeling pretty so. Last name also.
Oh wow, you're
I'm just
just
Logan.
Logan now, like Madonna.
It's my new marketing
I
scheme.
love it. I love it.
Logan.
It's like
Beyonce.
Wolverine.
Like Beyonce. I
Wolverine
guess she's
doesn't have a
Beyonce
last
Knowles.
name.
Wolverine. Yeah, he does. He has like a bunch
What?
of last names. He's either James Howlett or he's Logan whatever.
Logan nothing. That's the thing.
Oh.
For
But does he have two
years,
names? I thought he had two
yeah,
names.
for years we only knew Logan though. And then in like 2002 or something, they made a comic book about him like before he got his memory erased, and we found out his name was James Howlett, which is really stupid because
Howl.
he's a wolf. He howls.
That's fine.
Horrible.
I I can't just steal his thing and be Logan then.
Why not?
That's theft at that point. I'd have to apologize to Stan Lee or whoever.
Stanley didn't create Wolverine.
Or I said or whoever. I don't fucking know. I'm not a nerd like you. I just assume it's him.
you, you better apologize to Len Wein and Dave Cockrum and Chris Claremont.
Sorry,
That's
Chris
right.
Claremont. He's the only
Yeah.
name I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, listen. We're covering two Lion King movies today. The Lion King 1.5, which came out on home video during my senior year of high school. I was working at a Blockbuster. It was an enormous deal. I'm not sure I ever sold more copies of a DVD
Well,
in my 5 years at Blockbuster than I did of The Lion King 1.5.
that can't be true. Why
It's
was it
up
so
there.
popular?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Look at this. I looked it up, the sales. It sold 1.5 million copies on its first day out.
Well, it's the only place you can get it, right? I guess that's why. The other stuff you could see at theaters and then later
Yeah,
purchase
I
at the
guess so.
thing
I
that you
guess
can only
so.
get there.
And also $55 million in sales in its first 3 days.
Whoa, they got to be feeling good about that.
Yeah, right. That's wild.
Why didn't they make 2.5?
Mm.
Get to see what Kihora and Kovu were doing.
I feel like it was just that direct-to-video sequels kind of went out of vogue for a while.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is that
we
nothing we
stopped.
do today?
No, I
We do
feel like
streaming. We don't do.
we do streaming sequels. Yeah, we're sort of back to it, but I don't know. It sort of went away in the late 2000s, early tens, or
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. All
yeah.
right,
We'll
let
see.
me know. Let me. What are your favorite DVD direct-to-video sequels from that era?
It's got to be a few.
Got to be a few. All right. Anyway, listen. We're also covering 2019's The Lion King, which is not live action. There's only one live action shot in the entire movie, and it's the sun rising at the beginning.
That was
And
live action, really?
yeah,
Crazy.
and
It's
that's
photorealistic, though.
they say that.
I
It's
think it looks pretty
John.
good.
I hate it. I hate this movie. I hate both these movies. Like I'm sorry. I'm trying to be like a more positive person this year. I did
Say how
well
you
on that
feel. Say how you
on that
feel.
smile episode. Um, I'm looking forward to some sequels this year. It's I I'm I'm back in a good place doing this show, I think. But
We were forced by Nolan Rossiter to do this.
yeah,
We can be upset if we want to. It's okay.
this shit is the dregs.
I mean, we just got out of Ernest. It's better than some of those weeks.
I had more fun watching the Ernest movies because they're at least weird relics of the 90s, which I appreciate. This
By
is
the
just
end, I was in hell. This I was interested to go back and watch the Favreau. I was interested to see what he did.
Nah, I got dragged to theaters by that same girl whose dad took me to that fundraiser. And it was just rough, man. I remember sitting there in that theater like, what am I doing here? What this isn't me. Just, and then I remember leaving the theater and she had to go straight to work or something. And we had gone to see it in Queens and I didn't know where I was. And I was lost. I remember like
Oh
walking
no.
around trying to find the subway and I couldn't. And bad memories of this film. All right.
I had a fun time. This was 2019. The same. I was doing double features with my brother every now and then. So like we did Toy Story 4 and Chucky, as I've talked about,
Yep.
Child's Play, and this was a double feature. This was not so fun. Oh, we did this and Stuber. You ever see Stuber? Kumail Nanjiani.
I
and
forgot that
Batista?
existed, honestly.
Me too. Until I started watching this movie, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I saw Stuber this day."
The coach of my high school's football team was named Mr. Stuber.
That's incredible. He
Isn't
better
it?
have gone opening night.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm not
I
even
saw
joking.
Logan opening night. When there's a movie named after you, you gotta go.
Fuck, man. There's no Daniel.
Any Dan or Danny?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
They're
There's the
missing out.
Judy. They made Judy recently for Judy
That's tr-
Garland.
That's
Oh,
true.
Judy.
If your name was Judy, you probably saw that.
Yeah, you had to.
Judy.
She won an Oscar for that.
She did?
A second Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridget Jones.
What is going on? Oh, we got to cover that in February. All right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Listen. Let's start with 1.5, huh?
Yeah, we got a little bit into the other one.
Yeah. So Lion King 1.5 is directed by a fella named Bradley Raymond. Two first names, can't trust him. And he was just a Disney direct to video guy. Before this, he had done Pocahontas 2, which I remember I watched part of once. It was really fucking bad.
I didn't wasn't aware of
And
that.
yeah, and Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, which I wasn't aware of. I can't believe they made a sequel, Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't remember anyone liking that movie.
What people? I thought people liked that movie.
I don't think
Hunchback of
so.
Notre Dame. You don't like that one?
Mm.
I didn't know there was a sequel. But
Ugh, drinking a cherry Coke Zero, so good. All right, um,
you ever do cherry vanilla Coke?
no, fuck that.
Oh,
Get your vanilla out of my Coke. All right.
jeez.
Tom Rogers is our writer, and this thing came
That's
out.
almost two first names if there wasn't that S.
Good point. This came out Feb 2004.
Yeah.
Um, and it was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best DVD Release of the year. It lost to Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation, which I've never seen. Um, I mean, that's all I got on this. It's basically, Lion King's Hamlet. There's a play based on Hamlet by Tom Stoppard called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. That's like Hamlet from the perspective of like these two minor characters, and that's what we're doing here. It's Timon and Pumbaa are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Pretty smart. I'll give it to
Is
him.
it?
I mean, if the other one's Hamlet, then I think that's a fun idea. If this was good, you know.
Is this good?
No, I don't think so. Do you think so?
I don't think so either. This morning I was looking at Letterboxd, and I happened to notice that our good friend, well, one of our top listeners, Jack Bulberry.
Oh, top five, I think.
Yeah, I he's definitely top five.
Yeah.
He's a British fella, and he gave this film 4 stars, Logan, and his review was, "This film has no." I can't do a British accent. This, this film has no right being this good.
Is that a recent review? That's current?
That's current. He watched it for the pod, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Is it? I mean, it's
He
cool
got that
that he
much
watched it for the
enjoyment.
pod, but
It's cool. No, it's cool that he
no,
gave it a four.
I guess I am jealous. I wish I liked it more. There's things.
I go into every movie hoping I like it. That's what I've realized about myself. I love movies so much that I want to love every movie,
That's
basically.
great. That's great.
And sometimes I don't.
I
And it's
feel
not
like
my
I
fault.
used to be like you. Uh, but I thought I liked this one more than I did, to be honest. Like, it's when it started, it has this like Mystery Science Theater 3000 structure of them watching The Lion King and talking over it in like silhouette, Timon and Pumbaa. And I was
Mhm.
like, that's kind of a fun idea,
Mhm.
but I kind of only ever liked it in theory. Like, in practice, it didn't really work for me.
Yeah, because then it just turns into like we see segments from The Lion King, but like is that really what that book is?
It's a
It,
play.
it's a play. Do they do anything interesting? Like I feel like the most interesting part here is when Simba leaves and then Pumbaa goes after him and Timon stays back. And there's like a little conflict there that we wouldn't have seen otherwise, but then Timon just goes right after him. Like there should be scenes like that where there's like conflict, but there's never. But I don't want
You're,
Timon and Pumbaa to fight, so I don't know what I want this movie to be.
I don't want them to be that involved in the story of the original. Like, I sort of like that Simba runs away in the first one and finds them. Like that's just like a different part of Africa, and
No, they
he
moved right to Pride Rock. They lived like right there.
yeah, like they were there the whole they saw the stampede. They had like just moved to that area like seconds before meeting Simone
Simone.
Simba. I don't know. It's just a bridge too far for me, man.
It's like everyone's a Skywalker. It reminds me of that. Like
Yeah,
it's too connected in
totally.
that way.
Like, listen, you're already asking me to believe that like lions talk and get along with all these other animals and shit. And like I could get there.
That's
I
fine.
can
I
suspend
love
my
Toy Story. It's about toys that
No, of
like
course.
who cares?
I am very capable of suspending my disbelief that far. But you better tell me a coherent story with it.
Absolutely. Something enjoyable. Uh,
Yeah.
but anyway, but it starts out, yeah, they're in the movie theater. I liked at the end, by the way, we see all those characters. It showed me, I think it was a rule of Disney, by the way, that all the characters should be recognizable in silhouette, right? Is that a Disney thing? But I
I don't
noticed that
know.
at the end. Like
They
every
are
character
though.
is so specific. It's really cool. But that's at the end. But yeah, so we meet Timon's family. Do you like them?
Oh
Mom,
my
played by Julie
god.
Kavner.
Yeah, Marge Simpson.
Oh yeah, true. That was
Yeah,
couldn't shake that.
not really changing her voice much. It's basically just like, Timon,
I like it. Keep going.
Timon, don't pick on your sister Lisa.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she tries to hide it. Sometimes I was like, maybe I wouldn't know, but sometimes it's too obvious.
Yeah, it was all right though. Like,
It's cool to have her. I mean, she's there
yeah,
for a reason.
she
Don't.
might get my MVP. Like, I sort of did enjoy Julie Kavner and Jerry Stiller in these parts.
Yeah, they come back later. They play a bigger part than I thought.
Yeah, of
We didn't.
course they
Sad we never
do.
met Pumbaa's family.
Yeah, what's up? Is Pumbaa an orphan?
It seems like it. We saw him as a baby at the watering hole, but that's really it. I think that might have been the remake where we saw that.
His watering hole, Logan? Is that what we call his butt when he has diarrhea?
That's what you can call it. I don't want any part of that, but you go right ahead.
Listen, Pumbaa inspires me to make shit jokes.
Right, right.
Mhm.
I'll let the
Mhm.
movie do that for me.
Okay, great.
I don't feel the need. But Timon leaves home because he's a nuisance or whatever, right? So he like heads off on his own
Yeah,
adventure.
what happens is he's sort of a slacker, Timon,
Hmm.
you know, and like a Richard Linklater character. And
Yeah.
they send him, they're like, listen, Timon, you gotta do something. All right. You gotta contribute to our meerkat society here. So they have him do lookout. He gets on a tree branch and he's supposed
Mm.
to watch for hyenas. And instead of watching for hyenas, he just sort of like, I don't know, sings and dances or something and gets distracted. And then hyenas show up and they're like, you had one job, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like when Willow and Tara were kissing in that episode, and then they ended up under that tree. Was that them?
That was Gunn and Fred on an
Gun
episode
and
of Angel.
God damn it! I was trying. I was like, I was only thinking Buffy too. I was like, was it Xander and Anya? Damn it!
Mm.
Damn it! Sorry guys. Tried. But yeah, you gotta be lookout. If you're lookout, you gotta keep lookout. You know,
Yeah,
you can't
you
get
know
distracted and cause everybody to get hurt.
that happens all the time, and you gotta stay awake. Like if you're gonna commit to lookout like overnight, you gotta stay awake.
It's your only job. You know the thing. You had one job. That
I
old meme.
You
You had
mean
one job.
the thing I just said like 40 seconds ago?
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
No. Yes, exactly that. Then, of course. So Timon leaves and he runs into Rafiki, and Rafiki is like, "Look beyond where you see," and he's like looking in the distance and he sees Pride Rock. So that's where he heads off to, and he runs into
Enough of
Pumbaa.
Rafiki. Jesus Christ. I can't take this character. And I also didn't buy this. He teaches Timon Hakuna Matata.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that very much. I thought that was a Timon and Pumbaa original.
Me too.
Learning that's a Rafiki thing sucks.
It makes it shitty for me. And like Rafiki's whole thing is like Hakuna Matata. All right, it's a wonderful phrase.
It means no worries if you didn't know.
Yeah, for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Okay. I don't know about that. Rafiki seems like the kind of character where everything means something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
this is too carefree for Rafiki.
It's not he's not carefree. He's full of care. You know? I just don't see him suggesting this to anyone.
I completely agree. I didn't think about that, but
I
the
feel
philosophy doesn't fit Rafiki.
yeah, Rafiki would be like, Timon, go home to your family and contribute to Meerkat society. Like I feel like that's what he would say.
Do your duties as a meerkat.
Right, right. You are part of the great circle of life. There are things you need to be doing. He to hit for him to just say like, you know what? I usually give the advice that you need to contribute to the world at large and be a part of uh the development of our great animal kingdom. Like instead of saying that, just you, or specifically Timon, you can fuck off and do nothing.
Maybe he realizes that some like species like Timon, like they get into in the next movie, like there's a straight line. Like, what do you mean the circle of life? There's a line. We live and we die, especially because they don't know about they're at the bottom of the food chain. Maybe he's
But
saying
I
like,
don't think Rafiki would believe that. Like that to me is another thing.
right.
Like Timon and Pumbaa, that's how they think.
I agree. I agree. I'm just trying to defend it, maybe. But yeah, I totally agree. That's not a Rafiki thing at all. I hate
No,
this retcon. Very stupid.
it sucks. Oh, by the way, this film in overseas was
Yeah.
called The Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we only called it 1.5 here. In fact, Jack Bulberry, get back to me. Do you know this movie is The Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I never heard about that. So yeah, Pumbaa teaches it. We learn about the farting, all that stuff. Your favorite part of the movie. And then we witness all the stuff. Like he sings, "I just can't wait to be king." We see everything from their point of view. It's very fun. Not really.
It's like barely from there. It really, it's like watching a rerun. This
It
movie.
really is. It's stupid.
Yeah, you just see so much shit. All the songs, like they're just the songs from the first one. We like see Be Prepared again. We needed that.
Better than the remake,
Yeah, I know.
where it's just Chiwetel fucking talking for 20 seconds. Uh, so yeah, that's fun. They end up at their little shack. Simba comes along. They teach him Hakuna Matata. It's the
Yeah.
first movie. What do you want from us?
Yeah, I know. I like the part where he couldn't sleep and Pumbaa let him sleep on him. That was
That was
cute.
cute. That was very cute.
Mm.
I love those guys. Timon and Pumbaa and Simba. They're very cute.
I agree. They're good. I like Timon and Pumbaa. I think I discovered watching the Lion King stuff this time that Timon and Pumbaa are my favorite part of the Lion King, and it
I think
makes me
you're
feel
right.
like a kid. I feel like they're there to like appeal to children, but god damn it if they don't appeal to me.
But they're funny. They are funny. Like in the first one when Simba's like, "What's a motto?" and Simone's like,
What's the
"Nothing. What's a
motto
motto
with
with
you?
you?" Like that
Good
stuff is
stuff.
so funny.
Good stuff.
So good. Uh and then we go Simba goes off, we go to Simba, and then Mom and Max, Uncle Max show up, help us defeat the day. We beat the hyenas.
Yeah, by
It's great
creating
stuff.
tunnels and shit. It's not. This is a rerun. This is like the fact that people went out and bought this on DVD
Gotta
is
see it.
crazy to me. Like if I bought this on DVD for like $27 or however much it was when it first came out, like, and then I went home and it was this, I'd be really disappointed. The one thing I'll say for it is I thought the animation was much better than The Lion King 2.
Interesting.
All right. It
I'll
looked
fight that.
good. It looked good. It looked sort of theatrical to me. But
I thought it looked like when like Alvin and the Chipmunks are on Disney XD or something. Or
I
something
don't know
like
what
that.
that looks like.
Oh, well, that maybe that's not like a thing that it's ever happened, but it's like when you take like an old thing and then you make it for like Nickelodeon today, and it looks weird. But
It looked okay to me, but just story wise, it's like an hour and 17 minutes long, and I feel like they were padding it.
oh yeah, it's like
I feel
40 minutes. There's like
Yeah,
40
it
minutes of
honestly
stuff.
has like 40 minutes of story, and then the rest of it is just like shit from the first
Clips.
movie. Yeah.
Exactly. Did you like the part where Pumbaa goes to get some popcorn and Timon picks his nose and then it has a booger on his nose and then puts it in the popcorn.
No.
Oh, you don't know?
But I did like the part where they open up that tree and there's like a million grubs, and then Pumbaa just eats them all, just licks it up with his tongue.
Oh, that's uncool. I don't really remember that. You
Yeah.
can't do that. You got to share. It's you and Timon as a
Well,
team.
they felt like they really found this gold mine. Like there's grubs everywhere in this part of town.
You still got to share.
I all right, all right.
What do we do? Who's the MVP? Nathan Lane.
Uh,
It's cool they got him back. He's done three of
who?
these things at this
Yeah,
point.
I guess Nathan. It's Nathan Lane.
By the way, everybody's back. We got Matthew Broderick, Moira Kelly, Whoopi. Everybody comes in at the end to like say a line or two. Or I guess we just get them in like the clips from the old movie. We just show those clips, right?
No, there's. I feel like Broderick and Moira Kelly contributed some new shit.
Yeah, a little bit. Not much.
But
You could argue
anyway,
Jerry Stiller or Julie Kavner. They're fun.
yeah, Julie Kavner would be my second choice.
Yeah, but I'll go Nathan Lane. Who's the LVP?
Fucking
Rafiki. I'm gonna go Rafiki for teaching Hakuna Matata.
yeah. All right.
Sorry to him. Robert
I'm
Guillaume.
done with you, Rafiki. I'm fucking done with you.
I kind of liked him in the remake. I thought whoever was doing the voice was doing a good, sounded like an impression.
Who was it?
Uh, Rafiki is played by oh shit, John Connie.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
Well, we'll get to it in the next movie. What do we give it? One, two.
I'm gonna give it a one. What would
I'm gonna
you
give it
want
a
to
one
do?
and a half.
2004 list?
Oh yeah, chosen four list. Couple honorable mentions. Four honorable mentions. Friday Night Lights, Takeout, Mysterious Skin, Sleepover. Okay. Top 10. Number 10, The Village. Number 9, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 8, Kill Bill Volume 2. Number 7, Shaun of the Dead. Number 6, Man on Fire. That's right. Number 5, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Number 4, Collateral. 3, The Incredibles. 2, Before Sunset. 1, Spider-Man 2.
All right. I'll pop some honorables in there as well.
Yeah.
Hotel Rwanda, Mysterious Skin, Closer, Collateral, Maria Full of Grace. All right. But here's my list. It's a weird list. I feel like this is my weirdest list, 2004.
Weirdest list incoming.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Number 10, Sideways. I mean, that's normal. It gets weird. Number 9, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Number 8, The Bourne Supremacy. Number 7, Metallica, Some Kind of Monster. Number 6, Dig. Number 5, Team America, World Police. Number 4, Friday Night Lights. Number 3, Shaun of the Dead. Number 2, Before Sunset. And number 1, Kill Bill Volume 2.
What the fuck? Spider-Man 2, not even an honorable mention. This is your
Well,
weirdest
you had
list.
said it already. I have Spider-Man.
I said Mysterious Skin. You said that one.
I have Spider-Man 2 at 17.
All right. That's fine.
Is
You've
that
had better
okay?
movies at lower spots. So I guess not better movies, but movies almost as good.
I have Takeout at number 40, which feels kind of low.
That's all right.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on
Let's move on.
and never come back.
Oh, good job.
All right. What's 2019? Give me a movie from 2019.
Knives Out.
All right. You want to just do that list now while we got
Sure.
lists out?
Sure. All right. I got a few honorable mentions here. We've got, I'll go Ad Astra, The Lighthouse, Dark Waters, Avengers Endgame, Good Boys. There we go. Those are my honorable mentions. Number 10, The Beach Bum. Just watched it. 9, Dolomite is My Name. 8, Marriage Story. 7, Midsommar. 6, The Irishman. 5, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. 4, I just watched this last night, Daniel, and you got to check this out. This shit is good AF, as the kids would say. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Yeah, is that good?
That shit's good.
I skipped that shit.
I've been seeing that for like all over Letterboxd. People have been 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Good shit. Number 3, Knives Out. 2, Uncut Gems. 1, Parasite.
Okay. Uh, Honorables from me here. I'll say Little Women, The Assistant, Greener Grass, Hustlers. All
Ooh, I
right.
like that one.
Here's my top 10. And Between Two Ferns, the movie also. All right. My top 10 is number 10, First Cow.
Okay.
Number 9, Midsommar. Number 8, Ad Astra. Number 7, The Beach Bum. Number 6, The Irishman. Number
Match.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that as you went along. Number 5, Uncut Gems. Number 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Number 3, Us.
Oh
Number
wow, us.
Yeah, I love that movie. Number 2, Parasite, and number 1, Knives Out.
Okay. Knives Out, yeah. Listen to our Knives Out episode.
Yeah,
You know what? I have
and
no urge to ever rewatch Glass
what?
Onion for some reason. I've like never thought about rewatching Glass Onion. Have you?
I have already rewatched Glass
You
Onion.
when did that happen?
I like when it came out. I watched it like 3 times.
Jesus Christ, that's
Dude, I
crazy.
like Glass Onion.
No, I liked it too. I remember giving it a 4, but I just I don't really have an urge to rewatch it.
When the third Knives Out comes out, I will for sure watch the first 2 again.
I love it. We'll have to cover it
Yeah,
because we did those on the podcast.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
anytime I'd be like, "Oh, Glass Onion," I would just reach for Knives Out instead.
I get that. If you're gonna watch only one, Knives Out's the way to go.
But if when the third one comes out, marathon them.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Benoit Blanc trilogy.
I hope they make 17 of those.
But is that just what he's going to do for the rest of his life
I
with
don't
those
care.
guys? Fine
I
enough.
don't need Ryan Johnson to do anything else.
He found his thing, his calling, Knives Out.
No, I mean, he's made other interesting movies and shit.
I want a
People
Star
like
Wars
him.
trilogy.
I don't. I have no interest in that.
That's the only Star Wars thing I'm
make
excited
Knives Out
for.
movies.
If they were like new trilogy, 10, 10, 11, 12 is coming out, not Ryan Johnson, I wouldn't even care. But if they were
Oh,
like Ryan Johnson's
me
new
neither.
trilogy, I would be so excited. He should be in control of Star Wars.
I think I'm just good on Star Wars forever.
Don't say forever.
Look, listen, I'll keep watching. Look, they're making a Mandalorian movie coming soon. I'll watch that
with Pedro.
Yeah, it's called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh.
So like they're doing it, but like I've just seen enough for one lifetime. I think I realized that when I was watching that show Andor, because Andor,
I never saw that. I've skipped some of these shows. I want some movies.
Andor was good. Like there's nothing about it that's not good.
Yeah.
But I was just like not into it.
Did Favreau make that? Or he made Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right. Speaking of Favreau, 2019. Should we rank Favreau? We got some Favreau stuff here.
Sure. I've only seen 6 Favreau movies.
I've seen 8. The past few days I watched The Jungle Book, and actually, see what happens is I prepare for these podcasts. I watched The Jungle Book, Maid, and Zathura the last couple days. So that's what I do. You want me to go first?
Are you saying I don't prepare for the podcast?
Well, you do. You just don't watch extracurricular stuff the way that I do.
That's true.
I plan my watching around what we're doing a little bit.
I know you do.
8. I'll just go. I'll go. 8 and 7. I did his Disney outings, his live action Disney. 8. I did The Jungle Book, and 7. I did The Lion King because I do think The Lion King looks better. After just watching them both, I think The Lion King looks better. 6. I put Chef. It's like the most. I think that's like what Tim's review is. It's just self-indulgent, basically. Like he makes Scarlett Johansson like be horny for him. It's
so
tough.
funny.
5, Iron Man 2. I don't like any of these movies so far. 4 is Zathura, the first one I do like. 3, Maid. Those 2 I feel sort of similar about. And then these are his 2 great movies: 2 Iron Man and 1 Elf. He's only made 2 really great movies that I love.
Okay. I like Maid more than you, I think. But here, this is my list. Number 6, Lion King. Number 5, Iron Man 2. Number 4, Zathura. Number 3, Elf. Number 2, Maid. And number 1,
Elf.
Iron Man.
Wow, after just watching Elf too. So
Well, I popped it up. It had been four in my rankings.
okay. Well,
Hmm.
Under the Zathura?
Yeah,
Holy shit. That's fair. Maybe I think you just like the teaming of those guys more than me because you like swingers more than me too.
that is 100%
I don't
true.
find them that funny.
I watched Swingers like 50 times on
Swingers I
DVD.
like more than Made. What about you?
Oh, by far.
By
But
far.
Made has that like
Some fun indie directing.
it's like leftover dust like from from Swingers for me.
Totally.
Like so I have a bit of nostalgia for it and shit. I haven't seen it since the Diddy shit though, so I wonder
No,
if that
that
would
was
affect.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big part of the movie. He's pretty good too,
Yeah.
honestly.
I know. I remember him being pretty good in that. All right. This movie.
Yeah.
Fuck. It came out July 19th, 2019 on a budget of $260 million. It made $1.657 billion at the box office. It was the number two movie of that year after Avengers Endgame, and it is currently sitting at number seven all time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
Crazy shit. Let's go through some awards. It was nominated for Best Visual Effects at the Oscars and the BAFTAs, and it lost both those awards to 1917 by Sam Mendes. And Golden Globes gave it an animated film nomination. It lost to The Missing Link, or maybe just Missing Link. There might be no
I think
the in that.
Missing Link.
Yeah. And then it was nominated for Best Song, Beyonce for
Oh
Spirit.
my God, they were fishing for that shit. I've never seen a movie fish harder for an Oscar. Like
But you know,
honestly, in a where we're just taking songs from the other movie and then we add one song for Beyonce to win an Oscar. It's sort of bullshit. I sort of hate it a lot.
this movie convinced me that Beyonce is insane.
Yeah, thumbs down on Beyonce. We
Be-
we are he Swift. We're not Beyonce. We could easily be Beyonce,
Oh my god, maybe
but
that
we're
should
not.
be our next
No,
podcast.
no,
Beyonce.
we're putting our foot down. We're he
Listen,
Swift only.
I got no problems with Beyonce. All right, but when this movie came out, she released a full concept album about the Lion King
Yeah,
called The Gift.
yeah.
Okay. And then she released a visual album accompanying that called Black is King.
Hmm.
And I was like, she was that inspired as an artist by being in the
Oh,
live
no.
action Lion King film. No, but I mean, why? Well, she didn't have to do all that.
I think she likes money.
It's just so well.
Now her daughter's in the new movie. Like it's like her new thing.
But it's so. Why does she like the Lion King so much?
I think someone came to her with a
she's-
proposition and she was like,
She's
"Fuck yes."
Beyonce. She doesn't need the Lion King. It's so weird. She has such a protected discography. Like all of her albums are critically acclaimed. You know, the self-titled and Lemonade was just Rolling Stone put out their list of the 100 albums since the start of the 21st century. Lemonade was number one, Logan.
Where was
Yeah.
Evermore?
I'll tell you what, Folklore was in the top 10.
Good. Good.
Yeah. But that was crazy to me.
Yeah, crazy.
You know, the fourth record she did, the Cowboy Carter people liked, not country fans, but like normal people. And it's just like that's just included there. Like if we were doing Beyonce
We
as
have
a
to cover
show,
Lion King.
you would all of a sudden have to do an episode about a concept album about the live action Jon Favreau Lion King.
Mhm.
I feel like that like disrupts her entire career.
I think that shows that's not artistry. That's just money being dropped in the middle of her discography.
I think that's right, and it makes me question her. It makes me not want to listen to other Beyonce.
I feel like you've always questioned her. You've always just said she's just like a good voice. I mean, she doesn't write any of her music.
Sure, she does.
She's a writer.
Yeah, I think
Beyonce?
she wrote some Lemonade and shit.
I'm not to take anything away from her. She
listen.
dances and acts.
I think Beyonce is just sort of a money making proposition, but you can't argue like she's got some good songs, like
I'm
dating
not
all the
arguing
way
that.
back to Destiny's Child.
Yeah, say my
Uh,
name. I love that song.
Say My Name's incredible.
I listen to it often.
I do too. I also listen to Bills, Bills, Bills. Um, I just, I I don't know. It affects the way I see her, like how involved she got in this bullshit.
Yeah, we'll talk about her again next week. So she's gonna be the next one with her daughter.
Oh, right, Mufasa. Yeah. All right. So, what I like about the Golden Globes is the best song nomination. They nominated Spirit, but the winner felt like a fuck you to the Lion King
Really?
because the winner was "I'm Gonna Love Me Again" by Elton John, which was written for the film Rocket Man. So Elton John beat his old stomping grounds, The Lion King, and
I didn't think about
I saw that Elton John in an interview said that he was really disappointed with John Favreau's Lion King, and
that.
he particularly said he thought they gave the short shrift to the music.
Hell yeah, Elton. Totally agree.
Yeah,
Completely agree. I thought the Circle of Life was nice. I enjoyed the Circle of Life. Everything else, you can sort of miss me, honestly. I hate Can You Feel the Love
yeah,
Tonight?
I didn't
Mostly the
like the
way it's
use of
shot.
that.
I hate it's like just like in the middle of the desert. It looks like like remember the old one? They go like by the waterfall. It's all beautiful. It's like the
Yeah.
nighttime, like the colors are popping off the screen. This is
Hmm.
just like they're just laying in the desert, like bumping
I
heads.
didn't even really love Circle of Life. Like, w- the one weird thing about that original movie is that they used like some lady singing instead of Elton John. I feel like you have an opportunity to correct that in the 2019 release. Just have Elton John open the movie.
No, we're still 2019. It was the time for the women. We can't have a man singing the woman's song. That's crazy.
What? It's he wrote it.
But he didn't sing it. I think people. I guess if Elton was singing, that would be fine. But I think if you replaced it, it had like a regular. But that's not what you're arguing. You're
I'm
arguing
saying
Elton should
Elton should
sing it.
sing it. Just
Yeah,
sing
that'd be
the put
fine.
the Elton version in the movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ugh.
I
All
don't. But
right.
like, I don't think Elton won for Rocket Man to spite the Lion King. I think that they probably just thought it was better.
I think there was a little spite.
I don't think they were like we're gonna shit on the Lion King by giving it to Elton
Yeah.
again.
All right.
Rocket Man, it's just probably good music.
Yeah, I never saw it. Kids Choice Awards nominated for Best Animated Film. It lost to Frozen 2. But Beyonce did walk home with one of those beautiful orange blimps
Oh,
for
sweet.
Best Female Vocal Performance or whatever. And then the Saturn Awards nominated for Best Fantasy Film, but it lost to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
All right.
I guess the fantasy there is that, you know, they killed Charles Manson and shit.
Yeah, got a little fantasy at the end.
Yeah. All right. Let's. This is like, honestly, I'm so sorry. This episode, I feel like it's the least substantive I've ever been on this show. Like I have
We're
nothing to
covering the
say
least
about these
substantive films
movies.
we've ever covered. The Lion King 1.5 and the remake of The
It's true.
Lion King.
Both of them are just the first fucking movie again.
Literally, we're just doing
We
last week,
talked about
but
this bullshit
worse.
last week.
Yeah. Nolan, you could have picked anything.
No, I mean it's not
no,
Nolan's
no,
fault.
I'm not
Like
blaming you because I was
this
excited to
is
do The
for
Lion King.
sure a franchise like you gotta cover. But I mean, I feel like that first one is such a classic that we've just done it over and over again. Listen, I didn't like Lion King 2, but I gotta give it credit. It's the only fucking Lion King we've watched so far that isn't just the Lion King 1.
Absolutely, totally. And I get why you did it. The new one's coming out. I probably sounded angry. I'm not mad.
Good, good,
But
good.
anyway. Also, what's up with this, Daniel? 30 minutes longer than the original.
I know they had to add Spirit. I don't even know what else is
Spirit.
added. Like there's
We get
no reason for this to be 30 minutes longer. Why I don't understand a filmmaker remaking a film that's considered an all-time classic and deciding, oh, this could be 30 minutes longer.
yeah, totally.
It happens all the time.
I think if they were gonna remake it, they should just cut out the part where he runs off with Rafiki, right? Just like Nala comes in, we cut out that part, and then we go in, and then boom, that now it's even better.
The Rafiki stuff, live action, quote live action, feels so much dumber than it does in the first one. And we had a problem with the first one, the Rafiki stuff. We said it was the ghost blowjob of the movie, but like the fact that he like draws that lion on the cave like that, it doesn't look good live action. It's weird that it
And at the
looks like
beginning, when he
that.
puts the red on the real lion's head, it's like it is visible, but it's like they were trying to make it visible.
Yeah, and
It doesn't work as
also
well. Like
when he realizes Simba is still alive, it's just like a tuft of hair that floats off to him, and he's just like, "Oh shit, that's Simba fur." How do you know? All the fucking lions in this movie look exactly the same.
you know.
There are no character designs in this movie. Like,
Scar has a scar.
but like everyone looks different in that original Lion King. Like you can
No,
you
of
can
course.
you know them on sight. They're beautifully designed by the animators. This movie, it's just like, oh, Mufasa, that guy looks like a lion. Nala's a female
Is that
lion.
Nala or Sarabi?
Scar,
Who's
yeah,
that?
they look exactly the same. Scar it looks like Mufasa but with a scar, and
Hmm.
then Simba looks like Mufasa young, and then he grows up and looks like Mufasa. They all look identical. All right, um, you know, I
You said and then you stopped talking.
I know I was gonna make a racist joke, but
Oh no.
yeah, I didn't want to.
Oh,
Anyway,
good. Growth.
um, you think? Yeah, I'm growing. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm getting better. I can stop myself when I want to.
good.
All right.
Um, I thought Scar looked like shit because they kept shooting it in a way where, especially at the beginning, where Mufasa goes to visit Scar's little lair after the ceremony, and he's like, "Why weren't you at Simba's ceremony?" And by the way, blew my mind when James Earl Jones showed up. I forgot they just got James Earl Jones to come
I
back
know.
when
I
he was
know.
like, Scar, and I was like, "What? James Earl Jones? Seriously?" I forgot about that, but
When Simba was like looking at the sky, I was like, "Oh shit, is he gonna say remember?" And then he did.
he did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
by the way, he looks like shit in the sky, right? Like that cloud they tried to make look like a lion. You can barely tell
Terrible.
what that is.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, yeah. Oh, Scar. They kept shooting it where Mufasa was like in the sunlight, and Scar would be like in the shadows. And Scar's like the look of Scar would just like blend in with the rocks. It looked like shit sometimes. I
I
just said it. This
agree.
movie
I
looked
I
better than
just
the Jungle Book, but
I just think the movie is so muddy, man. Like
that's a good word.
it's not the first one's a spectacle. Like I told you I would watch like a planet Earth of all that shit. Like just give me animated lions and animals and shit. I don't want to watch this. This felt to me like when I was a kid, the Discovery Channel did a thing called Walking with the Prehistoric Beasts and Walking with the Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I've heard
And
of that.
it was sort of like Planet Earth, but it would be like it just bad CGI. And it was fun because it was dinosaurs and prehistoric beasts and shit. But like this is a $260 million movie. And the animation is on par with like a DVD I watched from the Discovery Channel in like 1999.
Damn.
What are we doing?
I don't know about that. There were times where I was genuinely impressed. I was like, wow, that looks
When?
beautiful. That looks real. I don't know. I remember a few shots where I was like, oh, wow, that really looks real. I think Rafiki looks really cool. His eye work. I was like, whoa, that's cool. Monkey. That looks like a monkey's
I was
eyes.
looking at him though, like, and I was like, is there a monkey that looks like? I understand he's like a mandrill. Is this what they actually look like?
Is that what kind he is?
Yeah,
Should I Google what mandrills look like?
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do it on my phone so you can see it. Keep talking.
Uh, I don't know anything to say.
Oh, nothing to
I'm
say.
done with this fucking franchise. We'll talk about Mufasa next week, but like,
Yeah, I mean, that's what they look like.
All right, I guess that does look like Rafiki. I'll
Yeah,
give him that one.
yeah. I mean, that's basically what they look like.
All right.
But we got a little stuff here. I wonder if it's going to be in the next movie where apparently Scar tried to like put the moves on Sarabi, but she picked Mufasa over him. I assume that's going to be a big part of the next film. But
Oh, right. Yeah. So the next movie is like an origin story. I assume we
Mufasa,
find out how Scar got his scar.
yeah,
And someone texted me earlier this week that he thought it was an and twin situation. Let me see if
uh,
I can find that text.
how
It-
so?
Here, it was Movie Mike, another top five listener as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
He texted me the Mufasa movie is kind of an and twins with Transformers 1. And I was like, what? Like unnecessary prequel? And he goes, no, it's a prequel, but it's two friends. One becomes good, the other becomes bad.
Yeah, Professor X Magneto thing we talked about.
Right. So that's all we're doing. It's just we're gonna meet.
Interesting movie, Mike. I like
We're,
that.
we're gonna meet not Magneto, Mufasa and Scar, and they're gonna be like going to school or something. They're in by
I think
Pride
Rebel Ridge
Rock,
is in it.
Pride Rock University.
That guy
Uh,
Rebel Ridge.
oh, that guy, yeah. But and then it's just gonna be I don't know. They flirt with the girl, sort of like Nip Tuck. They meet the same girl in
I was
college.
thinking like Harry Potter,
She's one of them.
like Snape and the James Potter.
Yeah, it's like that too,
They meet
man.
Lily, but then
It's a tale as old as
tale
time.
as old as time. That's Beauty and the Beast. No, we're
A
talking about
tale as old as time.
song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Great stuff.
Oh, I love that movie.
I've never seen the live action Beauty and the Beast.
That's right. Is there a
Is that-
second one? I don't think we could ever do that. I don't think they ever made that.
Yes,
second
they
one.
did. Yes, they did. There was a direct to video sequel to Beauty and the Beast called Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas. Okay,
Oh, how do you
and
know this? You're the
'cause
franchise man.
I remember when it came out. And it always bothered me because I've never seen it, so don't quote me on this. But from what I can tell, Belle is in that movie. All right,
Okay. Yeah.
it's a sequel. It's not a prequel. But the Beast is back to being a beast.
Oh no. What happened?
I don't know. It felt just like, well, it's called Beauty and the Beast. We got to have the Beast in there. People love the Beast.
New Beast. Have a
But-
new Beast. Have this guy be a real man now.
It's just like now they're living together as husband and wife, and he's a beast.
Oh, but she learned to love him the way he was.
Yeah,
I like that.
bestiality,
Beastie. It is bestiality. You're right.
literal bestiality.
Yeah. Damn. That's tough. That was nominated for Best Picture. Do you know that?
Yes,
That was
I
their
did.
first ever Best Picture nomination.
I did know that.
Lost to what? Silence. That was Silence of the Lambs, right? 1991.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got this movie, and then so he thinks he kills his dad. That's sad. That is sad. That'll always
You're
make
really
me-
just gonna describe the fucking.
Well, we didn't even
plot
talk
of it?
about Timon and Pumbaa. I was going to get to where he gets to because we didn't mention them. So we got to mention
Oh.
the voice actors. We didn't mention anyone. Like we got Donald Glover here. We got all these people.
Yeah,
But
Childish Gambino.
you a fan?
I
we
like
love
Child-
Community. We're
I
fans
love
there.
Community. I love Donald Glover.
But are you a
Uh,
Childish Gambino guy?
I am. Yeah, I like Childish Gambino. I liked This Is America as much as the next.
This is
guy.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like he's not really bringing much to this one.
I think he's just like Beyonce's trying so hard that it's like especially Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I remember I said out loud, I was like, settle down, Beyonce. She was just like it was way too much. Like, haven't you seen the other movie? Just do that. Why are you doing so much? I thought he was hitting his marks. Whether that's good or bad. He wasn't making it his own, but is he supposed to? I feel like I might have been annoyed if he was making it his own.
I don't. But you know what? The best part of the movie to me is Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner, and I think they're really the only ones in the movie that were making it their own.
Well,
Like,
Chiwetel isn't doing Jeremy Irons. He's doing lazy, which is his own thing. Like he's
I
putting in Noah. He's my LVP.
I think Chiwetel Ejiofor is a great actor. Like
Of
I
course.
don't get me wrong, but I agree with you on this. Like I just think there was nothing there. And
And the look.
there's so much of this movie that is just aping the first movie.
No
And
apes.
no,
That's
fuck
that's
off.
interesting.
Meerkatting the first movie. And I just I'm bored. I'm sitting there bored. It's a half hour longer than the first movie. It looks muddy. None of the characters are distinguishable from one another. So like when Timon and Pamba come up, like it's like a real shot in the arm for the movie. It energizes the thing because they're at least doing something. And then it just sort of goes back. Like Nala shows up and Beyonce and Donald Glover go through the motions, and then I feel like by the time they go back to Pride Rock and they're like fighting Scar and the hyenas and shit, like I'm just like waiting for it to be over.
Oh no, totally. You're absolutely right. And they added in this thing where like Nala was like, "I'm so excited to kill you, Shinzi." Like she like really wanted revenge. Apparently, over the years they've been fighting so much. Now she gets her revenge. Like I don't know. Um, but I like some of the visual cues. Like as silly as they are, I liked like when Mufasa dies, you get like a zoom out from Simba, like you do in the cartoon, like Simba's face, and then you zoom out real quick. And then when they're walking on the log and he turns from like young Simba to old Simba, like
That was
I like
pretty
that we
good.
get some of
I
that
liked
stuff
that moment.
again, even
Yeah.
though it's just like there's no point to it, but I sort of pop for it as
In
silly as
one and
it
a half,
is.
remember they were like, remember we were walking on that log? We used to walk on that log all the time.
Yeah,
All right. Uh
that's pretty funny.
anyway, fucking
John Oliver.
yeah, John Oliver. He's all right. I wish he sung the morning report, but he didn't do that part.
Oh, damn.
Um here's my you want to hear a big complaint I have?
Yeah.
I love that red font they use in the original.
Yeah, it's
And
not
in
here.
this one they just used like the like title card you see on like the DVD, like or on the
No way.
VHS. Like it's just a yellow logo.
Oh
It
shit.
doesn't hit the same way.
Hmm. I remember thinking like, oh wow, it's the exact same.
It's not.
I was totally wrong. I'm sorry
Hmm.
about that. But I don't think we mentioned in the last movie the in the jungle, the mighty. I think that
Yeah,
Eichner does an incredible job. Eichner might be the MVP. I really loved Billy
they
Eichner.
both do. I like Seth Rogen's Weema Wedding.
Awimboa, Awimboa, Awimboa. Yeah, but Eichner, I was super impressed.
No, for
The whole
sure.
time, he's very funny.
Eichner is my MVP of the film.
I might agree with that. Um, really crazy that Scar Jeremy Irons was our MVP in that first one, and then Chiwetel just really dropped the ball. I don't know. Was that did he? I mean, those people have to audition at that point.
Probably.
Like they saw him audition and they were like, "Oh, good," or were they just like, "Oh, you know, he'd be good, Chiwetel."
Yeah, that might have been what happened. Because to me, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar looks really good on paper.
But I can't
But
imagine watching different auditions and being like, "Ooh." Like not if you didn't know the name, thinking, "Ooh, that one's the best one." I just can't imagine that.
hey, I've got a suggestion.
Yeah,
How about we're casting all black cast for this new Lion King?
is that true?
Which
All black. That's cool.
well, the lions
Seth
anyway.
Rogen. Yeah.
But how about Keith David? He's
As
got as
Scar.
Scar. He's got that stentorian voice like James Earl Jones has, but there's something a little darker in it.
Or who just died? Tony Todd.
Tony Todd would have been good. Yes.
I think both of those guys would be great choices.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chiwetel on paper is a good choice. Though. I get what they're coming from. He was so lazy. I don't get what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I
But I
thought
think
that
part of that, honestly, part of that is the character design. Like the character design of Scar in the original, as good as Jeremy Irons is, does a lot of work. Like he's sort of gaunt and
I remember feeling that here. He looks skinnier than some of the other lions, especially Mufasa. Mufasa's so big.
yeah, but facially he looks exactly like Mufasa. There's just nothing you can do with these characters facially. that's why hand drawn animation is fun.
Exactly. You can mess with things. And it's a
Yeah.
cartoon. It doesn't have to look exactly like it.
Can you imagine if they made like a live action Toy Story? They'd have to Woody and Buzz would have to have the same fucking smiles painted on their faces for the entire movie.
Is that what they do?
It
I
would be
guess so.
so difficult to have expression.
Well, I forget, we see them open their mouths, right? They're like talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing that. Why couldn't we do that with the toys? I guess because
Uh,
lions actually have mouths and toys don't.
yeah, exactly.
All right, fine. You got me. John Oliver is oh, you said all the lions. All right, fair enough. By the way, Amy Sedaris is here. I don't feel like I ever knew that. And Chance the Rapper.
Who are they playing?
Amy Sedaris plays a guinea fowl, and Chance the Rapper is Bush Baby. No idea who either of those people are. Phil Lamar,
Yeah,
Impala.
Phil
Hmm.
Lamar does a lot of animated stuff.
Eric, we got Shinzi Banzai and Ed.
I did notice Eric Andre's voice.
Oh wait, he's not playing Ed. He's playing Azizi. I don't know.
I guess he's who's that? Cheech?
No, yeah, no, that's Ed. That's whoever Ed was.
No, Cheech is not Ed.
I know. I'm saying Eric Andre is playing whoever Ed was.
Really?
Azizi, I think, is the new Ed. He seemed like he was playing the dumb guy.
Oh,
No,
okay. I don't remember. Whatever.
and then the other ones are Keegan Michael Key and Florence Kasumba. I don't know. Who cares?
And Penny Johnson Gerald from the Larry Sanders Show playing Simba, Nala's mom.
Oh, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought the elephant graveyard looked really bad in the movie.
Was
It
it
looks like
even an elephant graveyard?
I mean they go to it and it's supposedly an elephant graveyard, but it just
I don't
looks like
know.
the,
It-
any old place.
yeah, I agree. There's no distinguishable features to it.
Yeah, whatever. That's it. There's like a part where Nala like sneaks out of the camp. That's new.
All right, I'm over it. I'll never watch this
We
movie
tried, guys.
again.
We did our
I
best.
hated it.
I
I hope this
promise.
episode wasn't boring. I
Might
fuck
be.
it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I give this a negative 3 stars, and
Just -3 of all time.
yeah, and then
I go -2.
okay, I give MVP to Billy Eichner of Parks and Recreation.
Of Billy on the Street. You ever
Of
watch
Billy
that?
on the Street. Yeah, I have. I
Name a
like this
woman
show.
for $1. Name a woman.
And then
LVP Chiwetel.
I saw them filming it once
No
in New
way.
York. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
There was a big crowd around.
You should have tried to get asked the question. Like like put your earbuds in and like walk by, not pretending not to look at them.
There were too many people. Like it was by the point in the show where like Billy Eichner was famous, so like they weren't really filming in like solitude like that. And I was on
Yeah.
my way to work. But anyway,
It's like if you see the Impractical Jokers out now, you know. You know.
I remember I knew a dude who got picked up by the cash cab once too.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't that
You ever see
awesome?
the Impractical Jokers around?
No, I
You know what
did
that
see
is?
them. Yeah, they were on AEW once.
What the heck? What were they doing there?
I think Jericho put one of them through a table or something.
Which one? I hope it was
I don't
Murph, the
remember.
little one.
I don't
That would be
remember.
funny.
All right. Oh, and I once. Oh, I don't want to tell this story.
Oh, is it racist?
No. A girl put it on. Like
That's
the
okay.
only time I ever saw an episode of Impractical Jokers was during a sexual scenario.
That's all right. I watched
Anyway.
the full season of 60-day lockout once, so you do what you got to do. Or 30-day lockout, whatever the hell it was.
All right. I give LVP, I guess Chiwetel fine. And that's what we're doing. Next week is Mufasa, and Logan's gonna kick off something else.
I don't know what
What
to
is that
pick.
gonna be? Come on, you gotta pick right now.
First of all, we have a comment here from Josh Merlis. He says, another great villain song is Poor Unfortunate Soul from The Little Mermaid. I guess an
Does
Ursula banger.
Gaston? Oh, Little Mermaid. Shit. Yeah.
Gaston is
That's Beauty and the
Something
Beast.
like Gaston. I'm not as handsome as Gaston.
Right. That's good too. A lot
Let's
of
be
good
our
villain
guest.
songs.
That's not a villain song. That's
No,
just
of course not.
my bad. All right, yeah. Next week we're gonna do Mufasa.
Don't they start singing that at the end of Lion King 1.5?
They did, yeah. They're like
Yeah.
BR, and then they like got distracted or something. I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. I'm between three things. Should I say? So this is what I did because we're pairing it with Mufasa. I tried to pick odd numbered things, right? So we can do one with that, and then two another week, or four. So I've got it between Born, Magic Mike, and Piranha. Those are the three that I've narrowed it down to. And earlier today, I was thinking Born or Magic Mike. And then before we started, I was looking at the three movies in front of me. And I think I want to do Piranha. I think I want to do Piranha. By the way, we're doing this because of fantasy football. If you're like, why is Logan just picking something? Because fantasy football. So I think Piranha. We'll get to talk about Joe Dante again and James Cameron. I think it'll be good to talk about him now and then at the end of the year because we're going to do Avatar at the end of the year. So we'll sort of do him now in the end.
So next week is going to be Mufasa
Joe Dante's
The Lion King and Joe Dante's original Piranha. Okay.
86 or something.
It's 78. And then much earlier. Yeah. Written by John Sayles, by the way.
How was I that off?
John
Sayles. I'll watch Lone Star.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, watch some John Sayles movies.
Yeah.
All right, and then the week after next week, it's gonna be Piranha 2: The Spawning by James Cameron, and a TV movie version of Piranha from 1995, which evidently features Mila Kunis in her debut film role.
We've covered her a few times because she was in
American Psycho 2
and the Honey We Shrunk Ourselves.
That's right. Yeah.
So
all right, and then the following week will be Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D, starring directed by John Gulager.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
who showed up in one of the Hellraiser movies we covered. Remember?
Oh, yes, he was eating paper.
Yes, that guy.
I could vomit right now. Fuck that guy. No, so he was all right. He was appropriately disgusting, I thought.
Yes, yeah.
But starring Big Brother 26 fill-in co-host or host Jerry O'Connell. He's in the first Piranha film. It's like a porn
in
filmmaker.
3D.
Piranha, right? He films porn.
Yeah, I saw it at the time, but I don't really remember. Yeah, I think he's sort of like the Girls Gone Wild guy.
Yeah, he's one of those types. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm
excited
to that, gang. I am too, honestly.
Good filmmakers and then some movies I love.
I've never seen the James Cameron one.
I watched The Abyss. I've never seen The Abyss.
Oh,
I've been waiting, honestly, for Avatar, but we're doing this first, so I'm going to watch it.
Okay. So I've seen only Piranha and Piranha 3D. So I'm watching 3 of these Piranha movies for the first time.
And I'm watching 2 for the first time.
Great. Let's do it. Next week, Mufasa, close out The Lion King, and the original Piranha from 1978 by Joe Dante and John Sayles. Fucking looking forward to it, gang. Love one another. Keep the TVs hot and fresh. Blood is delicious, and there's blood in the water.